call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas's offense will take the field first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Run it with the fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the big fullback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Got it looking for a first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
Got room to work. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air, it's Snow. Finds his big tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Touch pass on the run. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Georgia's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be...
Taking a shot on the first play. Reels it in down the left side. Wide open spaces. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football. Hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the... and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wants to throw. It's Snow. Unloads to the wideout. Working on the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. They had the perfect play to open the drive and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on first down. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big line explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down from them.
A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Creates a little space. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Keene. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Snow. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, the offense just set themselves up in a bad situation on this one. 2nd and 3rd and long, there's not a lot of guesswork. Defense knows they're throwing the football, and you can tell on that pass rush, man, they were coming.
They boot it away on 4th down. And it'll be down right there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the...
There he goes! Bulldozes his way through. He's at the touchdown, Georgia! Once he got some room, it was over.
How about that? 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Wisconsin. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Created some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the fullback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a 1st down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Here comes the heat. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield, it's Snow. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Texas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Gets complete to the left. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Got his man. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Grab near the marker, it's Bean. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line to pick up the 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Bean. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Motion from the back. Give to the big fullback. Gets it past the marker. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Big fullback's got it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
Sends it back in motion. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Quick spin on the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll send the back in motion. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward them for all of this hard work.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak, looking for just a sliver of daylight. Sneaks it in.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that drive covered 40 yards, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end, and they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Georgia going up tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Finds his target down the middle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Snow. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
They'll immediately call timeout.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down. Get some positive yards.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Averill. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down.
Oh, he's got some space. What a run. Takes it all the way down to the 11-yard line before he's forced out. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Keene. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. And it slips just inside that right upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Leaves it with the running back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wants to go up top. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
And a nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Punt is on its way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. He's in open space downfield. Got the first down and more. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Back to pass, it's Snow. Finds his man, it's Keene. Turning it on. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Offenses don't just line up and say, I'm going to pound you now, especially once you get in the red zone. You know, the field shrinks and everybody focuses so much on being great on defense in that area. But there's a little bit of trickeration, get some speed on the perimeter really quickly, pick up that positive game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They want to throw it. Under fire. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Got his man quickly. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. Tackle was made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Snow. Here's a heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. You saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Topham, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Here comes the option. Creates a little room. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And this offense, they know who their playmaker is, and they're going to continue to feature him. How about the wide receiver? That's 2 rushing touchdowns on the day, running the option, use him as the pitch. Any way I can get him the football, apparently it equals really good things for this offense.
Here he comes from his own end zone. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Georgia sends out the punt team. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Give to the fullback. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The give to the fullback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, they'll get me a first down, big fella.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Just going to keep it after the snap. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the fourth quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And the Longhorns are marching down the field. He'll pull it on the read. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job on the defense, forcing it with the assist from the weather.
They'll try the right side. And some room to work. Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they turn it into a defensive score. That score pushes this out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Wants to fire on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able...
Going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Complete to start this drive. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short.
Here we go.
Dropping back, it's Snow. Caught near the sticks, it's Keene. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Come on, set. Ready.
Running to Green. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the fullback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Hard running there. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock
out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Fullback's got it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
29-50.
Using his feet. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To the air on first down. They're working that left side and makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those...
And it's picked off for the third time today.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Here comes the Texas offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great one.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.